Look at my colors. It's kind of like Dinka Chika vibe. Work is work and you really shouldn't mix politics with work. Two people are two people. I don't think me doing a film with Salman should be of any botheration. I was even married to Salman for a while. But let him comment about Houseful 2 then. I'm intrigued by this, so let me also sit back and watch the tamasha. Hi, this is Asin and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
We have with us today one of my favorite actresses, a wonderful human being and a fantastic actress.
How sweet are you?
We're talking about Asin, who's ready to do a lot of Dinka Chika. Pleasure having you back on Bollywood Hungama.
I love to. Look at my colors. It's kind of like Dinka Chika vibe.
Exactly.
It's great to be back, Faridun. After a while, I must say.
Seriously, definitely, because I think last time we met was on your birthday last year, in fact. Ready, it's like piping hot right now. The promos are doing extremely well.
Thankfully, yes.
What's the kind of feedback that you've been getting?
Very positive, very encouraging feedback. The theatrical got released. Everybody seemed to have only good things to say about the theatrical. And then we released the first song, which was the hero introduction song, Salman's introduction song, which is...
Character Dealer.
Yes, okay. So that's also kind of caught on. So very happy about it.
It's like it's a very cute number when you think of
really
a character dealer in isolation. It seems like kya gana hoga, but it's like it's a very cute number.
It is.
And it's caught on big time.
It's caught on really big time.
It's caught on like really big time.
And he predicted that too. Initially, when we got all the tunes, he was like, "This one's really gonna make it." He
loves to pull your leg. We saw it at the music launch of Ready. Most of the time, everything that Asin se puchiye.
All the time. It happens every second, every day on the sets. So I think it was just an extension of that, and he is who he is, and he doesn't have any pretenses. So it's not like he's behaving with you in a certain way, and then in front of media glare, then he's going to put on a very different persona or face. Yeah. So I think he is what he is, and he's just cool and chilled out that way. And and most of the times I'm the butt of his jokes and stuff like that. Unfortunately.
But I think you manage very well compared to a lot of other actresses, in fact.
I kind of get. I mean, there's a comfortable rapport that's created because obviously we did a London Dreams just before this, and this is like the second film back to back. So I think there's a comfort level also between the two of us, and I get his sense of humor. So I think that's how it helps.
First of all, I would like to ask you one thing, that when you had signed Ready and you're about to start shooting for it, those were very tricky times because IFA had just taken place and all those embargoes were being levied.
IFA hadn't just taken place. In fact, it was about to happen. I went to Sri Lanka for Ready.
But I think you went to Sri Lanka the shooting started on June 20th. IFA happened in the early part of June. IFA happened
just before I went
3rd, 4th, 5th June.
So I hadn't gone for the IFA.
You had not?
No, I hadn't gone for the IFA.
You hadn't gone for the IFA, but the mere fact that you
are the shooting of Ready.
Shooting, and you're basically basically from South Film Star. So I'm sure that it must have been a tricky situation for you.
It was, but then I think somewhere around people also are intelligent enough to understand that work is work, and you really shouldn't mix politics with work. I think arts and sports are fields that should be kept away from politics. I think somewhere around people kind of got to understand that. There was a ban for the South Indian artists not to go for IFA, which I agreed to and I stood by, and I did not attend the IFA that year. But then films is your work. And then when, as a professional, I think you have to honor the commitment that you made to the makers of the film when you signed it much before.
Right.
So I couldn't go back on that one. And there wasn't any issue about not going for the shooting of a film. There was just a ban for not going to IFA, which I didn't go. So then that wasn't much.
That was there, but at the same time, I think Salman Khan was the face of IFA Colombo, and you're doing a film with Salman, and you're going to Colombo once again. In fact, I think you're quite popular in Sri Lanka. We saw your hoardings and all in Sri Lanka, Colombo.
Yeah. So I think it was also an opportunity to, interact with the fans in Sri Lanka. But I think, two people are two people. I don't think me doing a film with Salman should be of any botheration as per my stand in the issue or something of that sort. At least for intelligent people, it shouldn't be.
Fantastic, and you are definitely intelligent. Ready. It's been in making for some time, and but at the same time, Salman Khan, after Dabangg, he becomes a really, really hot property. But there have been reports that Anis Bazmee and Salman Khan, they're having differences.
Oh my
and
God, that
all
was
those
quite
things.
ridiculous when it came out, because I was like surprised, because I never, or none of the people in the unit came to know of any of these differences as such as was reported in the media. So that was quite surprising and funny to hear reports, because we were all happily shooting in Bangkok, and then we hear that in India reports have come out that they have had a argument or something of sorts, and it's funny to read about that.
I think you must be used to all these reports
by now. Yes, Farid. By now, kind of getting used to it.
Post Dabangg, Salman becomes a very huge proposition. You've done a London Dreams with him, but I think after Dabangg, Salman is in altogether different league. The film is getting a fantastic price from the distributors and all. Does that in a way put pressure on you? You're enthusiastic.
Not till you say it, not till you mention it to me, because I've never really thought of things in that way. In terms of market value and money and numbers and stuff.
But you've had some huge hits.
I know, but South, when you're working on a
even
film,
Gajani, or your first film in Hindi.
But when you're working on a film, I don't really think that you get the numbers in your head. At least I don't. I don't know whether the male actors or the male leads do. Okay. But none of those factors really play in your mind while you're working on a movie. And then suddenly in promotions comes and suddenly everybody starts asking you these questions. Then you're like thinking, okay. But not really very consciously, not at all. There's no pressure of numbers, or he's given a dabang, we have to live up to that. I don't think I would really worry about that. I think that would be the director's worry, or the makers of the film. I would probably just go there and do the part that's given to me, and then leave rest to fate.
You've done a London Dreams with Salman. You're doing a Ready with Salman now. He's a huge prankster. Any of the experiences of Salman pranks on the sets?
Not really any planned pranks or some majorly executed stuff. Nothing of that sort. No tricks or anything. But he is the kind of person that he is. Very easygoing, very jolly, and a little bit of that you could see on the day of the release of the music. So he keeps doing that. That's his character. That's how he interacts with me. So all the time he's pulling my leg or cracking jokes or taking my case and stuff like that. And most of the times vice versa also. Right. So that keeps happening. But
you took his case as well. Any examples of that?
Not really examples, but it's kind of like tit for tat.
You can share it with us.
No, it's nothing that I really remember. It's casual conversation. If he says something, then I'd probably say something else back to him. Just casual stuff. Nothing like a sentence or a dialogue.
Anything that you remember?
No, not really. It's just casual stuff. Like when you talk, right. I'm not going to be smiling and giggling all the time, right? You're going to also respond to the conversation that's being had. So.
London Dreams, your last film, it was with Salman as well. I think chemistry for whatever point of time you guys were together was fantastic. But general perception was that after doing a film like Gajani, why will Asin take up a film like London Dreams, where she's a backup dancer or singer?
Yeah, it finally kind of turned out to be that, which wasn't the case initially with the script. And then, for whatever reasons, things were changed. The story was changed. The character of Priya underwent a lot of changes and finally ended up what everybody saw on screen of it. So I think there's some things that you as a part of, or as an actor in a movie cannot, at least as a leading lady in the movie, cannot control. So then you just have to accept it the way it is and move on. I'm glad at least some people found the chemistry, whatever little bits that we had in the film. A lot of people came to me and said that it really was good, and I'm glad that we're doing Ready again together just after that. And somewhere I feel, chemistry actually is something that happens when you have a base for it. There is a script, and the writer and the director has already put in a good screenplay and a good script, and that's when you get two actors however good they are, and then they can have some sort of chemistry in it, and then they can make it work out, and then they can convey to the audience like they have a chemistry. If there isn't that in the first level itself, then it's very difficult to get chemistry when you don't even have it at the first base. Like, nothing is written for you. There's no scene written for any chemistry to come out. If you don't even have screen time together that much, it's very difficult to portray chemistry. So I think that's what happened in London Dreams, which hopefully would get corrected with Ready.
प्यार हो गया यार लंदन से यहाँ के लोगों से और प्रिया से यार इश्क है यारो तो उसके टाइप पे नहीं I love you यार इश्क फवारे
Definitely, I think in fact a particular scene where you guys are walking and there's a scene where you're walking. I think it's in London itself, I think that came out very nicely. In fact, your chemistry was so good with Salman that there was a point of time that stories, that link-up stories and all happened as well.
Yeah, I was even married to Salman for a while.
Acha, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Even I didn't know that. Salman didn't know that. But apparently, newspapers one day flashed pictures of this Punjabi wedding that was supposed to have taken place secretly of the two of us.
Okay, right.
And then it just happened to be that somebody had clicked the picture.
That was during the shooting of Ready, in fact.
That was the climax of Ready, and somebody had just clicked the picture on their phones or wherever. They must have sneaked in and leaked out this picture saying we'd gotten married secretly, and it was just rubbish. It was really hilarious. So yeah, those kind of stuff I'm used to right now.
I think you're also doing a film called Houseful Part 2, and that's a Sajid Khan film. Something about that, because I think
Sajid's film.
Sajid Nadirwala and Sajid Khan.
Yeah.
In fact, Sajid Nadirwala is very excited about having Asin in the film. In fact,
really?
We spoke to him sometime back.
Okay. I'm excited to be part of his production too, because I think he's a fabulous producer, and of course Sajid Khan. I think it should be, amazing to work with him. The kind of cast that he's managed to bring together for a film like this, and the kind of person that he is. He's got an amazing sense of humor, and should be mad fun working on this one. Looking forward to it. Right after the promos of Ready is over, we start shoot for that.
Right, but recently we spoke to Anurag Kashyap. He said that Sajid Khan, the person, is very, very funny, but when it comes to his movies, they are not all that funny. Jokes are not all that funny. In fact, that's what was said about Houseful.
Opinion, everybody has.
What was said about Houseful, that it was not all that funny as it was made out to be.
Well, let him comment about Houseful too then. Yeah. I wouldn't want to comment about Houseful or any of the other movies. I think each one's entitled to his or her own opinion, and I think I think that's about it.
And I think he's known to present his actresses quite glamorously, and I believe you're wearing a swimsuit in the film as well.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I've been hearing that in the news too, and on the internet and stuff like that. So let's wait and watch. Yeah.
It's still not decided as such.
No, it's just I like this curiosity around this whole news or supposed news or rumors or whatever that is.
It's been doing the rounds for some time, in fact.
Apparently it has, and I was quite surprised to see that too. So I'm kind of intrigued by this. So let me also sit back and watch the tamasha.